What was that aha moment that you had when you landed on Fiercely Human? And why don't you talk a little bit more about the strategy behind it?
Yeah, it's a really good question, Lori, because when I first joined, this was one of the first things I did at Slalom. I joined 4 years ago, and I really wanted to capture the essence of who we are in words that and felt and sounded different because we are different. And I talked to a whole bunch of customers. I talked to our partners. I talked to our team members and tried to bring it down to the essence of what we stand for. And no matter who I talked to, they talked about people, that the relationships, the difference that slalom is, the culture of people being people. There's your professional self and then there's your personal self. And we say there are no different selves. We are one self and we bring it to work and we bring it to home. And this was actually a 2 a.m. aha moment, the two
Don't
words
you
coming
love
together.
those?
Yeah, I had to quickly write it down, but we were
Yeah.
trying to figure out what words should we use that stand out. And I landed on fiercely human because they're not often used together. There's this fierce and human are juxtapositions, really. And I like that because this fierce brings with it this passion, this sense of action, the sense of real heart, and humanity brings that tenderness and empathy. And we put both of those together with fiercely human. And now when I talk to customers, partners, employees, everyone loves it because all they need to say is those two words and it can start a conversation.
Yeah, it's so true. I'm like just feeling your energy surrounding it. And I love it. It like brings us all back as marketers to the big pitches that we have, right? And always pitching what we know the client needs, whether it's internal or external, even if it might take a little bit of time for it to settle into the mindsets of the audience that we're presenting to. And I feel like when we've got that, oh, okay, this is right. We know it's right. We must go forward with it. We're only going to go with one idea because we know this is right. It takes a lot of guts. Taking yourself back to, that board table when you knew you needed to present this concept, what was going through your mind?
That's such an insightful question, Lori, because you're exactly right. It really takes sort of the confidence of your convictions to go in to to your CEO and president and leadership team who have been there for a whole lot longer than you have and come in to say, I really feel strongly that this is the way to go. And credit to them first is that they were open to it. They were
Yeah.
willing to experiment with it, to listen to it, to start absorbing it. And as is always the case, some of them loved it. Some of them said, it's going to take some getting used to, and some hated it. And but again, kudos to my CEO and president. They said you should move with it. You should move forward with it. Even we know it's right. It makes us uncomfortable, but that's what marketing is supposed to do. So you can go with it. And so, it was just a great privilege for me to be able to take this concept and run with it. In fact, just a few months ago, my CEO said to me, I really didn't like Fiercely Human until very recently, and now I'm all in. So,
Well, that's because there's strong marketing backing it up. I mean, that's what it takes. There are a lot of campaigns that I think launch and you look up into the corner of the room or shrug your shoulders, whatever it might be, and think to yourself, huh, I don't know about it. In those situations, me as a marketer, I love to reverse engineer the strategy. And then I typically am like, that's really smart. It's spot on. But a lot of times it does take getting used to, but getting used to also, I think the icing on the cake there is when it's really resonating with the audience. And one thing I love about your brand approach is that you're walking the walk and talking the talk. You've proven there's a lot of marketing out there. Like this is so overused, but your success is our satisfaction. And one could say that that is very people first. It's very overused, and it's actually internalized, and there's a lot of reasons why that is bad. And I don't know how many times I've seen it on the side of a truck driving down, a highway. It's unbelievable. the uniqueness of the two words, but then proving it is what really makes it more human-centered because it's now believable, it's experiential, and it's not just a few words on the side of a truck.
Exactly. And if you're going to use something like Fiercely Human that really stands out, you have to be all in, 100% in, and you have to be able to hire for it, train for it, you have to be a reward for it, you have to be able to measure it. And I put those words together not because I was creating a new culture, because I was just reflecting our culture. And we have measured customer love for years.